Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, Wisdom in Golf for Golf WRX at our wonderful facility here at the Royal Quebec Golf Club. And we're going to be doing a nice three-part series on a Tiger Woods video analysis. And you're going to see, number one, we're going to talk about his backswing and how he sets himself up for gorgeous shots. I mean, beautiful deliveries, on point. And when he's not on, it only means that his setup didn't match the picture. And in this particular instance, we have a swing, a pre-shot routine, and a shot from the first tee at Riviera on the first day where he was hitting driver off the tee because they were hitting more into the wind instead of downwind. And so, beautiful setup. And you're going to see right out of the gate, I want to talk about, look at his grip, and you can see that it is a neutral to strongish grip. He's gone back to more of a on the strong side. And also, I wanted for you to pay attention to the interlock. So you notice when you're interlocking, and he's a master at that grip, you'll notice he's not interlocking all the way in. So if you went all the way in, you wouldn't be able to hold the club in the position that you need in order to deliver a slinging action. So have a look at my best video on grip ever, and you'll see that that clementine that I'm holding and slinging toward the target, and that'll give you everything you need insofar as the grip is concerned. So we want a strongish grip. The interlock is only halfway in, not all the way in, so that allows you to keep a beautiful slinging action. So you'll see how in his little routine there, as he's swinging back and through, you'll notice there's a lag in both directions. So on the way back, the club is lagging and releasing, and then on the way through, it's lagging and releasing beyond. And this sets him up for several things. Number one, you'll notice that as he's taking the club away, he takes the club away in a direction and on a height that matches the shot that he's trying to hit. So many of you'll see on the range, some great homework for you. You go on the range today, you see somebody setting up to a ball and then doing this in the backswing. Well, you know that person is on the way to trying to hit the golf ball. That usually results in pop flies, hitting the ball off the top of the club, hitting some low pull shots in the neck of the club, all that stuff. So as he's swinging back and through, you'll notice the blur of my club at the bottom of the arc is stretching out my circle. So you notice, if I want to go that way, if I had a sledgehammer in my hands and I wanted to drive a nail in that direction through the ball, well, I wouldn't exactly heave the sledgehammer up this way. I wouldn't, swing the sledgehammer behind me. There's only one place that's going to be advantageous for this, is in a direction that would allow me to deliver momentum through the nail that way. So in the takeaway, you'll notice beautiful width and nice, even bottom to it. It looks like he's driving the ball in that direction. So, number two, after this wonderful takeaway, you'll notice that he hinges his wrists. For many, the opinion would be a little early, and for some, a little late. Well, to me, it's just right, because as you're swinging back and through again, you're lagging into the backswing, and notice as the club is releasing past the hands, you got a wonderful width, but you notice it continues, and there's where you get your hinge. And then on the way through, you lag, release, and then you get, that bigger momentum going toward the target, so there's going to be a little bit more width before it rehinges into the finish. So we have a setup where the width of the stance is decent and the feet are slightly toed open. That's allowing him to turn his hips a little bit more in the backswing to relieve his back. That I advocate for every single last one of you from 4 years old, which is how you're going to swing at that age, till 94 years old. So we have a wonderful takeaway, feet open, the stance is a little wide. Many of you won't be able to handle that width. So I would advocate just a hair narrower, not much. And then on the takeaway, fold hinge and top of backswing. Now the top of the backswing, you'll notice that his head was allowed to turn. So, and pay attention to the person right behind them with the gray cap. You'll notice that that person is always staying in the same position. There's no sway. Why? Because we're going that way. He's got the left center of the fairway with that nice little butter cut. Left center of the fairway, trying to lift the ball, no. Sending, driving, left center fairway. So you notice there's zero sway in that takeaway till the top of the backswing. Now at the top of the backswing, you're going to see that his lead knee is a lot more inward than it used to be. It used to stay a lot more in position, locked in, and that would, you know, the opinion was you're coiling the upper body against the lower body, and for the last 30 years we've been doing that, and everybody's been getting all kinds of back issues. So we are changing our tune in a big way. We've been advocating to allow those hips to turn right out of the gate, and everybody's starting to go along that line because, hey, we're not hurting ourselves anymore, and why would you bother doing that? So the takeaway, top of backswing, now he's in a fantastic position where he can engage that kinetic chain. So it feels like I can whip the snot out of it from here in a very easy manner. And that's gonna, you know, lead us to part number 2, where I'm gonna show you how one of the best things that Tiger Woods does is engage his kinetic chain. The shifting of weight from the backswing to the downswing, he is very much the best at. And so here's a video to give you the planting of the seed. You're going to see weight shift, Shawn Clement on YouTube, and you're going to see weight shift walking Shawn Clement, and you'll understand how the weight shifts from the back leg into the forward leg, and that doesn't happen by load the weight, sway off the ball, and then try to drive the lower body. You'll notice that as Tiger gets to the top of the backswing, there is a squat way before, and then that squat is the engagement of that kinetic chain. And we're going to talk to you about that next week. In the meantime, get yourself set up properly to perform what we're about to do next week. All right? We'll see you soon.